Every Blackstone griddle owner, flat out anybody with a flat iron griddle, needs to do this test. It's one of the first things you want to do after seasoning, so stop what you're doing and do it now. I'm going to show you how to learn your griddle and learn the zones that are hotter than the others. And all it's going to take you is probably like $3 to do this. It's a loaf of bread, depending on how cheap your bread is where you are. Mine's about $3, $2 or $3. So let's get going. You're going to put your griddle on low heat. That is step number one, probably the easiest step. Put your griddle on low heat. Step number two, open your bread and put your bread on. So your grill's on low heat. Forget about the heel. Heel's horrible, doesn't lay flat. We're going to cover your entire griddle with bread, white bread. That's all you're going to need. Put it in every little piece of that griddle. You're going to lay out this bread. I know what you're thinking. I'm crazy. Why would I do this? But here's why you want to do this. You want to make sure where your hot zones are, because it doesn't cook evenly on your griddle. Your griddle's not going to cook evenly. It never is. Some spots are going to be hotter. Some spots are going to be colder. It's just the way it's going to be. This way, with white bread, you can see a visual of where those zones are. So when you are cooking your family food, you don't burn it. And they're like, Dad, you burnt my food. That's why you don't want to do this. So we're going to lay out a whole loaf of bread here. Depending on your size of your griddle, you might need 2 loaves. I have a 36-inch 4-burner. Got the one from Lowe's. And that's what we're going to do here. So just lay these bad boys out. All right, got it all covered. All right, guys, this is an easy way to test your griddle and understand your zones. So if you like stuff like this or you want more recipes, go ahead and hit that subscribe button, turn notifications on, and hit that like button. It really helps the channel and helps me out. Let's get back to learning how to test our griddle. All right, it's been about 5-8 minutes, something around there. Let's flip these toast and figure out which part of our grill is the hottest. So let's flip it over. We got, of course, the outsides. This one doesn't look too brown. That's good. That's good. So we know the temperature over there. That just looks a little dirty. Keep flipping. Okay, getting a little darker as we go inside. Kind of understand how that works. That's good to know. Nice and brown there. All right, we're kind of like halfway through. Ooh, that's a dark one. So that's a little bit hotter zone. Look, oh yeah, now we're picking up the zone right here. So we know right here in our griddle, that's going to be a hotter area. We want to make sure when we're cooking that we pay attention to that area, because this is getting really, really dark. And then the back one, looks like that one's going to be a little bit lighter. So let's keep going. Our back panel looks definitely lighter, so the heat isn't spreading as far to the back panel piece. So, but our inside panel, oh yeah, that's a really dark one. So that zone right there is going to be hot for us. Oh yeah, look at that. So that's probably going to be our hottest area right in this center mass. Let's keep flipping. Oh yeah. So honestly, maybe it's even our left side of our griddle is hotter than our right side of our griddle, and it's all on the same temperature. But then you kind of know when you're making your food for your family where the hot zones are and where there aren't. So then you can cook all your food in the right temperature in the right area, so you don't burn anything. That's the whole point of this test. You want to learn your griddle. On the griddle, the number one thing on the griddle is heat. You start lower to higher because it's hard to cool down a griddle. Now you know every piece of this griddle and you understand the zones and where they go, and that's how you determine where the best place is to cook. All right, guys, if you like stuff like this, go ahead and click or touch the screen now. I got 2 more recipes for you to try, and I'll catch you in the next cook.